Got mama's name on there.
What's up? Look, I can put that. It looks so complicated. See if they can find water in that kettle. Is my mother in the dishwasher? Can you help me with the box? Huh? It says your mother in the dishwasher. Which one? Especially want me to make your mocktail. I do. Want some teaching?
Okay, I can't figure this out.
What are you trying to do?
Chat.
Need to buy myself some more tea.
Cool. Can you put up some vegetables for me? So what's going on with you? You said what now? You want some $500?
Well, I was going to get Mercury. I was looking around at the prices. They were like $500.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, let's make $500. You know, there's something else for my birthday for $500.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, maybe you could do it. So I was looking around at the process, and it doesn't look that hard. It just looks like a sew-in, but you take the more of the hair in the middle, and you attach the microwave to your natural hair.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think I actually can do that because I saw the process on so can I see everybody else's too? I saw the process, like I watched the process because I was thinking about doing it for me, like something more natural or whatever. So I really did think that I could do it, but I think that it would be more like helping with the lines and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure I could do yours.
So I was gonna do that, and then I was gonna buy the hair for it in the little thing. But then I was like, okay, then you see them have to my hair. I was thinking maybe I would just dye my hair before I get them done, and then just like kind of like how I had with the red.
Wait, but I like the color you have in your hair, and if you mix it, why don't you just? You keep saying you want to change your color, but I like it. You guys like Corey's hair? I like Corey's hair color, right? Oh, did I give you the vegetables to cut?
No. I was just gonna take the two front strands of my hair, like how I did with the red, and then just the top. That's what I want to do for my birthday. And then maybe like once I put the microwaves in, maybe I'll go to like Paul Mitchell and have them like style it. You got sweet potatoes, you can get rid of the potatoes.
Do you want me to make you a mocktail? I don't have the ingredients for all these mocktails, so I'm just gonna come up with one. What kind of glass do you want? Give me a glass. So Corey's birthday is coming up, so this is what we're discussing. I like Corey's hair color. She doesn't like it. But it's starting to grow out now because she had it all solid. I think once her natural hair starts to come back in, she'll like it a lot more. But she doesn't want to wait. But I love it. So anyways, so this mocktail my client sent me is give me some ice. Wait, what? Let me see. I don't think I have all the ingredients for this, so I am just going to come up with something. You want soda water or you want the bubbly sherry? Or you want the blackberry? Oh, we have a Sprite. No? No. We have Mountain Dew in the car. Bubbly. I know you like lime, but I don't know about the lime. Is there another one in there? You need more? You need a little more. This is too sweet. Ew, maybe I've discovered something in my mocktail for Corey. That's really just, it's bubbly and cherry Pepsi. Cherry Pepsi, cherry bubbly and cherry Pepsi. But it's delicious. Okay, wait, cut the line so that I could make it official. And Corey is not a big drinker. So, like mine. That's delicious. Want me a little bottle of Hennessy? Look how cute it is for the holidays, right? Look, I looked around like, oh, I forgot. This is Mama's thing. Is Mama here? You see no Hennessy now. Just a little bit.
It's
You got one for yours? Which is it? Boom. Make a Corey's mocktail. Really simple. So, outside of this birthday thing, I do want to try that technique because I really do want to do something with my hair and I do want some extensions, especially for the holidays. So I would absolutely love to try that on your hair. So I wanted to steal like Kirk from Love and Hip Hop, Little Ideal, and do mental health check-ins just to open up the discussion for people, you know, and for us to check in and make sure everyone's doing okay on a weekly basis. I want to do this podcast, and I thought I had more guests and all that, but hasn't really worked out that way. So I thought this would be a better way. Have y'all as my special guest, right? So that anyone can just let anything off. Just wanted to check in to see how I was doing. We all know that I got triggered, and then when I'm figuring out is that there's different levels to triggers, right? At first, I just think triggers. I was like, triggers. Triggers are just triggers, right? You deal with them. That's it, right? Now I'm learning, since I got triggered on a higher level, that there are different levels to triggers. You have certain triggers where you can just blow them off, right? Like they may make you a little upset or it may make you feel some type of way, but you can pray them off, or you know what I mean? They want to bother you that much. Then you can have triggers like I just had that can take you a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying? We start to act out and it's hard to cut you. That's right.
I got a present for you. I got a few presents for you.
I got some presents for me, y'all. So yeah, so I'm learning that like this trigger make you act out, fight, push people away you love, stuff like that. Don't know who to trust because of your past experiences, right? So that's kind of like where I am, but I'm like, God had already told me to chill with this situation. So like people coming at me or whatever. So like I am chilling, you feel me? Like I'm not, but it did hit a trigger which bothered me. So that's kind of like what I want to kind of talk about today. And check in with Corey. Corey's birthday. Corey went on a date, y'all. Corey, have you talked to this guy?
No.
Why? What happened?
Nothing, I just thought I-
You're not interested? It's good, right? I mean, he said he wasn't your type, but Are you happy that you just kind of like got out and like kind of just?
I mean, I gave him a chance. That's what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, like I said, anybody can be friends. It's not like you have to. I just feel like, you know, put yourself out there, hang out the same way I do. I thought I was gonna be able to cut these in half, but look how big they are. I don't think so.
Here we go.
Marinate them. Put them in the pot. You say you got some surprises for me.
Yeah.
This is no good.
Yeah, that's the new one I just bought. I don't know why you put it in the sink.
Why is it orangey like this?
Because you have to mix it.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. Shake it up.
Are you sure about? This is supposed to look like
Do
this.
you even read the bottle? It says.
No, I don't.
Apple cider vinegar, so it may not look the same all the time.
No, you know I don't read directions,
Yes,
girl.
you know this.
Figure that thing out. Yeah, okay. What kind of juice is this one good?
Huh?
You're supposed to have these things at the bottom, y'all.
It's apple cider vinegar.
I don't trust it.
It comes from real apples. How you say you want everything natural and organic? But when it's natural and organic, you question.
Because see, like, how do you? I'm just gonna figure out how to work this thing. Oh, I don't trust this.
Why don't you use the new one I just bought since you don't trust it?
They're both good. I'm just, you know, rinsing off the meat anyway, so it's all good. Can you throw some onions in there and you can throw those potatoes on there? Yep. Don't cut them too small because they still gotta
You
boil.
want me to throw them
Huh?
in hot?
Don't put those just
Or you want
yet.
to bake them? You want to bake them?
No, but you can like saute the onions and stuff and throw them in the pot. Some onions, garlic, whatever vegetables we have in there. We have some cucumbers.
Why can't we bake potatoes?
What's gonna go in the pot? You can make half of them and put the other half in the pot. I want some seasoned potatoes with the meat. Sweet potatoes? We don't have no other potatoes. Sweet potatoes should be good, right?
I say bake some.
Why are you trying to come in here and switch up my plan?
I'm just saying.
That's why I said do half. Half, bake half, and then put the other half in the thing. Do whatever you want to do with that half and then put the other half in the pot. This will give me my thickness to my soup. Is that hot?
Yeah.
Oh. So I'm just gonna like read to you what I wrote. I put, as you know, I got triggered lately, but it's a chance so that when these situations, it's a chance to learn from, so that when these situations arise, to give myself a tad bit of a tune-up, redirect myself, reinvent myself, reteach myself, remind myself to protect my peace and all the other tools I've been learning. So a few weeks ago, these people came at me, right, trying to fight me or whatever. And it's so crazy how if God like is pointing you in one direction or whatever, and want you to go this direction, how people can come at you to kind of steer you off your path, and they don't even know that they are doing something for, I don't like to say those names, the D name or whatever, but I don't know, if that is or whatever, but like trying to steer you away from your destiny or whatever. And they don't even know that they're a part of it. They just think that they're just, I don't know, I guess trying to attack you. They don't know that their attack is on this bigger level or whatever. So like, but I'm not tripping or whatever. And like, for them to say though that they're gonna like put their hands up, like I'm not worried about that shit. Like trust me, I got hands. I know how to protect myself. Like if anything ever happens, like I'm gonna say that online. You know what I mean? I have family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about anybody. But it did hit a trigger, and it took me to a minute to know why it made me so emotional. And I went to like start acting out. You know what I mean? Being self-destructive, pushing people away. And now I'm trying to like communicate with them more and kind of like help them to understand me as opposed to push them away, because I'm super good at that. But how come I can't be reading my own handwriting sometimes? I want something, but in order to get my desired results, I can't behave like that. And I lead the path, of like self-destructing, fighting, cursing, being angry, feeling what you don't understand, trigger, and how to ask for what you need. Like in therapy, even though you have to recognize, like I want to take the next step, and I want my brothers and my family to understand, like I want them to step up and not like be like an asshole about it or anything like that. Like I don't want my brothers and my, like you grow up and like I've been out here by myself for a long time, so they don't necessarily like ask for help anymore or anything like that. And then like when they do step up, like you want them to step up and be like, hey man, you dated my sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are your intentions for her or something like that? You don't want them to step and be like, dude, I'm gonna fuck you up if you fucking fuck with my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like you're grown, like you just want them to like be present, to like know that people know that like you're protected and like you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? And to step up to something higher as opposed to like they think you're out here alone and can try you and treat you in that way. So I think like there's a difference. But like when you get older, like how do you know how, like you don't ask for that, you know what I'm saying? Like how do you even have these conversations with your family? So you think I should do a podcast and then I can invite everybody and kind of like try to have this discussion with everybody? What do you guys think? I think that'd be a really good podcast to like just let men know that like, we do still need you guys, but not in that asshole way. Like we do need you to step up though and be like that man in our lives. Protect us, be there for us. You know what I mean? But you don't have to like be angry and push people out. Like allow me to make my mistakes, but be there when I fall, that type of thing. Like grow into me, you know what I mean? Like the new me, not the younger India that was, acting out and doing all these things. Like make me feel comfortable. I think it'd be a good teaching moment, setting boundaries and reteaching my loved ones how I want to be treated and like help them to recognize my pain and things that I went through, because I don't think they know a lot of the situations I went through because they were hotheads in that time. So like I didn't really I didn't really come to them with a lot of these things. Like I handled a lot of it myself. Like they don't know. I don't even I'm just starting to even open up to Corey and tell Corey, a lot of the stuff that I went through. Like, and then some stuff I don't like to tell because I feel like people take your pain and try to use it against you. So I don't open up because in my experience, they take it and they'll use it against you or use it to hurt you. Like if I told a thief how another thief got down, then that thief went and got down on me the same motherfucking way. I mean, the same way. Like that's just crazy, but that shit happened. Like, I don't even think my brothers know, like, and I don't even think I ever told, I think I told you, like, how the dude dropped me off at work and like robbed us. You know what I'm saying? While I was pregnant. You know, I never told my brothers things like that. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it would be good for me to have into my bra. Yeah, because then like you too, like you're gonna be out here, so you know, I want you to feel safe. You feel me? Like I want you to know, like, you know, and I want people to know that you have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't try you like that or nothing like that. Yeah, but it's like I would never want you to feel like you're alone, you know? So I think it is really important also that we teach our kids at a young, I mean, I know how people feel about guns or whatever, but safety in guns and teaching your children how to shoot and have protection and putting stuff by the door. Like I was saying, you can put the pepper spray, you know, in certain places and stuff like that. So I think stepping up measurements as far as safety and teaching your kids safety at an early age, I think is very necessary because we've seen what can happen to these kids, even a little boy walking right in front of his grandma that the man tried to snatch, right? That shit was crazy. And then I just had an incident where, right, Corey, me and you were standing outside my brother's house or whatever. I was sick. So we're standing outside, we're chilling. My brother was out there. My brother go inside for a few minutes, right, Corey? Literally a few minutes. A car drives past me. I didn't know, like I was going to spit. So like I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know the car turned around. So when I get up from spitting, it's a guy and a girl in the car. And the girl is asking me if I need a ride. And I'm like, no. Like, I didn't understand why he asked me if I need a ride. There's obviously 3 cars parked right here. Nice cars. You know what I'm saying? So why are you asking me if I need a ride? You feel me? So I was like, no. And they asked me again, they were like, are you sure? So like the guy could have easily got out and overpowered me, put me in a car. You know what I'm saying? My family was literally 10 steps away, but it could have happened so quickly. And you're kind of thrown off guard because I wasn't thinking that, you know what I'm saying? And then I kind of said, I'm sick. So they drove away. And then, so when I walked back up to my Corey and them, I was telling Corey them what they said. And that's when G and everybody was like, that car turned around. And I was like, oh shit, they were trying to take me. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I literally was right there. So they be watching your kids go to the mailbox. So you guys just got to be really careful. You know what I mean? Like that situation was so crazy. It was really like 4 of us out there. My brother went in the house. That's not the first time that it's happened where my brother would literally go in the house and someone trying to start with us or something will turn around while he left for literally like 2 seconds to go and get, you know, something or check on the kids or something like that. So yeah. So I think it's really important. What do you think? You want to learn how to shoot? What other safety things you like? I know we looked into the pepper spray, and I didn't know that they had an all-in-one tool where you can knock the window out, cut the seatbelt, and the spray all in one. So I think that one's really important for the car. What do you think? But do they bust in the car? Like, you know, like you have to put it like, and do you think you need like 2? Because some people think, but like, what if something happens in the trunk, you're not able to get to your car? So do you need like 2 weapons? Do you need weapons in the trunk? And do you need weapons in the main car too? You know, I'm hella safe. So I'm like, shit, we need weapons everywhere. Under all seats, in the trunk. But what Corey, what do you think? Do you think we need 2? You think in the trunk, one in the trunk, and then one in the front? Mm-hmm. So do you think the one that they allow you to kind of put on the doors and stuff, do you guys think that like it's a good idea to put one, to connect one in the trunk, like right there. Doesn't have to do that to all the cars, huh? And they had a noise thing on it too. And they had a, you know, I was watching a movie, the Angelina Jolie movie, and the guy was stalking her or whatever. And she beat his ass with this little wooden thing that she had in her hand, right? So I've been looking for one, but they're not wooden anymore. I guess they're metal now. And I forgot the name of them, but it's this really cool self-defense site that I just saw. The stores in Alpharetta. So me and Corey is gonna go and go up there and get some things. They have some really cool. They have this knuckle thing that has the buzzer on it, so you hit somebody. They have flashlights and stuff like that that has the tasers in it. But I have a bunch of cool items. Corey definitely gonna go up there. Cool. Yeah, frost started. No, you ain't got the frost started yet. I'm almost ready for the marinate it. It's just marinate it. Okay, so mental health check-in once a month. Let's try to do it Tuesdays. What do you think, around 9, 10? I kind of want to do it after the It's on Site Riley show, since people are already on podcasts and online. And plus, there ain't nothing on Tuesdays. Literally no TV shows run or anything. So you guys have no excuse to check in, to come tell us what's up with you. Mama would tell me to use the Lipton onion soup. What do you think? Think we should use that?
I just learned that there may be a pin that I may not be able to serve.
Because of like the diabetes. But is the reserve the same thing?
I don't know. I'll have to ask the recruiter about
Because Right. So this. My wedding ring. I gotta take my wedding ring off. Okay, Corey, these reality shows. They have been hilarious. You and Miss Cook, I see you drop my onion. So let me see what I wrote down as far as the reality shows go. You guys can't smell that, but it smells delicious. I'm just thinking,
After that,
you're gonna do the, I wanna braise these. Yeah.
you want to cook them? Wait till that's done. What do you want to cook?
Well, here, Miss, I know what I'm doing. Then just toss them on over in a pot for me. What kind of vegetables you want? Let me toss the rest of the potatoes over there. Oh, I want it to be corn. You have a can of corn. Oh, my kale. Duh.
So I've learned is when you're cooking meat at high heat, you want to use stuff more like avocado oil instead of olive oil.
And then this is the small one. Start with this kale.
What's my other bag? Stuff like extra virgin olive oil isn't made for high heat, but avocado oil is.
Ow!
Oh, you know. What do you call it?
Oh, that's Can you pass me that salt? You guys rinse your grains and stuff. You should little bugs in them. Sit. Okay, these reality shows. What do we see? Let me see what I wrote down. Housewives of Potomac. That's on a night. You know, it really, okay, that's what I want to talk about. It really broke my heart and really touched me because I can really relate to the fact of, are you listening? When Giselle moment with her daughters and they're saying like, you're not a good, we don't know how to be with men or whatever because we don't have you as an example. And I kind of feel like I did drop the ball on my daughter, definitely put in fear before like her or whatever. I don't even think we were thinking about that as younger parents. When we get older, you know, it's about our feelings and what we want. And he pissed me off, so I ain't gonna motherfucking stay and you know, stuff on that. Never really, I guess, taken into consideration, you know. I mean, I took you into consideration, but I put my feelings more over yours. You know what I'm saying? So you watched that moment. How did you feel about that, you know what I'm saying? Like what they were telling her. Could you relate? I mean,
I don't feel like I should like relate to what they're going through because I feel like they were saying more of like tell emotions.
that was one part of it. They were saying like she doesn't have a hard time. Me, obviously, I'm an emotional Pisces, so you definitely see a lot of emotion from me. But I don't think. Well, yeah, now I do open up to you and tell you what's really going on. But how do you feel about the part specifically where they were saying like the role model thing and giving you a good example, and because they haven't seen it, they don't really. And how do you feel about me dropping the ball with it? You can tell me the harsh truth.
I mean,
Don't be too hurt.
say that I didn't have a prominent father figure in my life, but at the same time, I really can't say that. So it's like, even though there's this point in my life where I haven't had my actual dad in my life, there's still moments where people have stepped up to the plate and did not father figure for me. So can I say that
Thank you, all you men.
father figure role in the household? Not really, no. I've always had my uncle and stuff like that. But I know as far as the actual like showing love part, like no, I don't really know how to be in a romantic relationship with a partner.
Do you think what I've been through and shown you, which was not the best? I mean, I can say I've been a fighter. I grew up in the hood, so I definitely can say that. Yeah, probably wasn't like she seems shit, but she didn't really catch it on the street that much. So I felt like it was kind of even. You know what I'm saying? She needs to see something. She needs to be motherfucking going out here on these streets doing whatever she wanted to do. She needs to be a little, she needs to see something. She needs to be green. But I'm asking you, how do you? I'm joking, but honestly, I really want to know. I fucked up.
I wouldn't say that. It definitely taught me what not to do in a relationship.
Don't do me. I showed you some good times. They stayed around for a minute.
Like I said, it wasn't all bad. It taught me some good things, some bad things. It was just an overall teaching experience. So I couldn't say that I didn't like. I mean, I think I know more about stuff than most kids did at my age.
That's for sure. I didn't hide much. Corey was so sweet, you guys. Corey was like the sweetest kid. Corey would giving me advice out the door, like, Mom, just be nice, okay? If you just be nice, they'll come back or whatever. I'll be like, okay, babe, I got it. But honestly, it wasn't me a lot. I would get blamed a lot, honestly, because I think that's just what men do reflect, as opposed to dealing with their own pain and hurt. They rather be like, it's you, you're crazy, blah, 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 as opposed to being like, I fucked up. I shouldn't have called you out your name. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't push your triggers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to be like, it's your fault. Da, da, da. Like, nigga, what you think? I know you ain't been in a relationship before, but I mean, yes, you have. Don't let me stop saying that. Corey has had a few relationships, y'all.
Anyways, we're not here to talk about me.
Corey ditched me for the summer, y'all. Corey gonna be one of them type of girls. When she get her man, she gonna be like, Mom, I can't. She already ditches me for work, y'all. She will.
Now I only work 4 days a week, so I don't even want to hear it.
Yes, but before y'all, she was not take. I was crying. I'm crying behind walking the dog. Y'all know I can't do dogs and all that shit. I'm crying. Corey don't realize how much, her working was putting stress on me because I'm having to take care of her responsibilities and mine at home. And that one responsibility over there, you know, I'm not a big animal person like that. So I can't wait till we get a yard. It'll be so much easier. Marriage. My husband coming home now. My love life sucks. If my love life moved up any, it's about 3 notches. And I think I pushed that back down, fucking with him wrong. But I don't care. He kind of pissed me off. But I'm being nicer. I'm gonna be good. I realized I was triggered and it's coming out on everybody. So, you know, I gotta reel it back in. Go make up. I do some making up. What else? Oh, how do you feel about them saying that Wendy is dressing too sexy or whatever? Like she's this new person or whatever.
Why do y'all care? It's not the problem. They always say, oh, we're not dressed enough. Or when we're too dressed, they're too dressed up. Like we can never just be us. Like we can never just be a woman. Like we either can't dress up enough or we're not dressed or we're too dressed up or yada yada yada. Y'all is not having an opinion about what we're not doing, what we're doing. So I don't really care at this point. I'm gonna just keep doing me because regardless, y'all always like how the TikTok said, it don't matter what you're doing as a Black person. There's always a white person that's always gonna be looking at you. Always in your business.
Yeah, my husband. I'm gonna keep calling him my husband now until I call his ass home. I do. Who doesn't want to be with the person God told me to be with? Like, I would be a lie if I sit here and told y'all that's not what I want. But he would be like, he like girls that wear boots, and he likes heels. But like if I go out, like we're going to some eat or something, he'd be like, I be with sandals, I look down like he's like, yeah, that's all right, come on. And I had his permission and shit. Like what if I just want to throw on my J's, you feel me? And
I can come out the house looking like a complete bomb.
But that's what men want you the most, right? Y'all, I swear, you come out the house looking like niggas like, hey, I've had guys, literally 4 of them at one time trying to hold the door on each side, girl, 2 on each side of the door trying to hold the door. And I'm looking like a fucking do that type of stuff. I want to talk to my brothers about that too. Do that type of stuff scare you, or do you think it's like how do you feel about guys being so?
I feel like I like it to a certain extent. Like when you start getting creepy and then like or not leaving me alone after I told you no, that's when it starts to get dangerous because it's like now you're not accepting the rejection, and now I may have to shoot you.
The rejection though, and that's what you be scared of because there's people that acted way wow over women rejecting them. Literally. And actually one of her friends in high school, rest in peace, India, right? It's so weird hearing my name like that.
Yeah, I don't know the whole story behind it, but I guess it was like to the point where she wanted to leave, and he was like, "No, you're not leaving me." In a sense, that's what I heard about the story. I didn't hear like nobody told me anything. But that was crazy. Because I literally had just seen her, like I was going to Atlanta and then I just saw her at the bus stop with the guy. So it was like,
oh, she was with that particular guy?
Yeah.
Oh, so you knew, I mean, well, you guys knew of him or whatever. Oh. Yeah, that was that story. Even sadder because it's my name. That's that's so crazy. I put that on. I didn't mean to do that, y'all. How you just make it about yourself? That's crazy.
It's like, oh, like there were people in the school who used to bully her. Like they would be like, oh, she's sick or whatever. And now it's like all of like when she had died, all of social media, they were like, oh, rest in peace, India, rest in peace, India. Like he loved her so much. And it's like, y'all really didn't love that girl.
Yeah.
Y'all just speaking it because she died.
Yeah. And actually it's the anniversary, I think, of my nephew's death and my best friend's death. So rest in peace to you guys and all our fallen. Everyone else that was following. And she supports the cause, buy the t-shirts. Kings survive. They're super dope. But what was I saying with this? I was saying with this is that oh, just like when my best friend passed away, everybody was on the podium, like da da da. I didn't get up there and speak because I think I would have lost it. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, well, where were you guys when the motherfucking feds kicked his door and he had nowhere to go? Where were you when he was walking up the street? You know what I'm saying? And where were you? Where was everybody when everybody turned their back on him? You feel me? When the motherfucking police kicked in his door, he was with me. You feel me? But it's just like, why you guys acting like you guys were there for him? This man literally had like almost nobody. You feel me? But his family. So, and his best friends. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like I understand people not wanting to get caught up in the situation. I don't even think I knew what I was doing. I was just helping a friend. I didn't really know what, you know, until he told me. But still, it's like people got up there and was like, they were like, and maybe they were at one point in time, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they just wasn't there for this particular time, you feel me? I don't know, I can't say. But it's just really weird how people will switch up, like, especially after you pass away. Like, I love me when I'm alive. Okay, what else? Oh, how do you feel about Candace and the whole your mama thing?
I feel like she was wrong all the way. Because, like, I don't care what we're arguing about. You don't bring up somebody's mother, family members, or anything.
You guys kill me with this. I'm from the old school. We definitely bringing up mamas, kids. We saying anything to get you to fight. So I don't be understanding where you guys be coming with this. Anyone from the hood. But my whole thing is she played this whole victim last year. She played this whole victim, how she was so hurt that she got dragged. And now here she is again provoking somebody else. And it's kind of like, girl, if she drags you again, you feel me? I hope you got into some kickboxing class or something. That can't go in there. Like, girl, I hope you got into some kickboxing classes or something. But I guess I think that's because, okay, you're on reality. So I guess what they're saying is like, keep it out of, because people can take it to other places. And they can, you know what I'm saying, put people, family in harm, and people can start getting theft and stuff. So I see what they're saying if it comes to TV. But as far as fighting, come on now. I'm calling you ugly, your mama ugly, your kids ugly. like, come on now. Once you're disrespected, there is nowhere you're not going to go with the disrespecting somebody back. That's just is what it is. But, you know, so how do you also feel about when she was like, so when Giselle brought up the fact that Wendy's husband had cheating scandal out in the paper or whatever. If you heat it up again, it'll probably come out faster. How do you feel about her bringing that up? And she's like, well, I brought it up out of concern because of the way that you're dressing. I kind of feel like that's what they're talking about as far as the reality TV goes. Like, if you know that my husband has this career and profession and you're bringing up this cheating scandal, knowing that cameras are watching, that's shady. I think that's what they be trying to say on camera, but can't really say it because they don't really want to be like, we're filming, so the fact that you're bringing up in front of the camera. But some girls have went ahead and called out in front of the camera and called out the camera too. Like, you fucking know this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're hyping her up to say these things and stuff like that. You know, some of them be like, this is my life, nigga. I don't give no fuck about these cameras. But I can understand where they're coming when it comes from that. But like, so I did think that was very shady of Giselle, and she's always doing it. And how do you feel about her being so hurt behind going back to her husband? But I guess a lot of strong women, we act like, fuck you, nigga, that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because no one ever wants to feel like somebody one up them, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially I made a choice to come back to you and I thought like this would be all good, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm embarrassed all over again. Which can, at her age, you know, my age, like, that can really start to make you feel like you're not deserving of a woman. And I think that's kind of why she acts out and kind of takes it out on the rest of the cast, in my opinion. But she has to start to feel deserving. I have to start to feel deserving. It took a minute. It took pandemic for me to start to feel deserving and feel like I deserve to be loved and wanted these things, and I deserve happiness like everybody else deserves. Shit, I deserve these, all that, all the money, I deserved all that. So, but it took me being in pandemic, going through what I went through, relearning, reteaching myself. So, ooh, how about our favorite marriage boot camp? Nori and Neri. How controlling is Nori?
Are you sure it's not Nori and Neri, or are we talking about
Yeah, how controlling is Nori? Because I feel like Nori is one of them type of things. Like I was having a conversation with my friend yesterday. He's like, have I ever touched you out? I'm like, no, but you say these little snide remarks, these little things that you know what I'm saying? Just because you're good with keeping your composure and keeping, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean you're not being an asshole or you're not saying things that are offensive. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're good with keeping your composure. Don't mean you ain't been an ass. You feel me? So yeah, you kind of are cussing me out a little bit, but you're doing a good job of keeping your.
Did you want the potatoes in there?
I mean, I do. But you think I'll take some of that water out? So our food is going. I guess pick back up this conversation. Okay, wait. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, so I think that, but when he blew up, boy, he blew up because he's the type of person that keeps it all in, like me. I keep it all in, and then I'll reflect. You know what I'm saying? I can take it out on, instead of saying I can tell you I'm hurt. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't go and tell like the next person. So they can do something to piss me off or push a button, especially if I've been drinking or something. And boom, I can pop the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now I did it. Can you curse on yourself? I don't think so. Sorry. Oh, Tasha K be cursing her. Do you think that it's unfair that? So I think I watched some of the other seasons, and yeah, because Soulja Boy pushed me and all of that. So I guess they do allow people to put their hands on it. Do you think that it was the way that Bato put his hands on Tahiri, as opposed to like how what's her name slapped the cat off of Brock's head or whatever and pushed his head or whatever, but they didn't like make her go away from him or separate them or do nothing like that? Or did they separate them? I don't think so. I think she slept on the couch, but like, do you think that that's fair? Like, do you think that there is a double standard when it comes to a man hitting a woman and a woman hitting a man?
I feel like if a woman puts her hands on a man, it's like, oh, you can't think yourself, if you think yourself, you're gonna like.
Or he's bigger than you. Like he's bigger than you, so he should be able to handle it.
But like how they say, doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man putting their hands on each other, none of it's acceptable.
So all that meat took up that pot. I need a bigger pot. Where the cow gonna go?
We don't got that Mexican cooking pot. Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of think that was kind of crazy. Let me see. I really love when Judge Toller got in their ass and the whole cheating thing. I really love when she was like, so it's okay for you to have this loyalty to your man or whatever, but the woman you sleeping next to ain't no loyalty there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be like, oh, there's guy code, but what about wifey code, or what about, you know what I'm saying? What about our respect or whatever? So I really love when she like said that. And I really love when she broke what's the name down too, because men do be putting a lot on us. Like, damn well I ain't no fucking cheater. Damn well I'm not out here with no other man. Like, that's not even my characterality or my personality, but you're giving me stress behind something you're probably doing, something you probably have guilt about because your ass is out here playing around. You know what I'm saying? But you're trying to put it off on me. Like, my ex would be like, he'll basically blame it on me. Like, he would start a fight with me so that he could leave and be gone for a day or something. and be like, oh, I didn't come back because we were fighting or whatever. But that don't mean your ass ain't supposed to come home. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what we fight about. So yeah, my trust issues and all that were like super deep when by the time I got to my, you know, my husband, my heavenly husband or whatever. Okay, so two things and we'll kind of cut it off. Lizzo. We love you, Lizzo. We do. I don't think Lizzo problem. Okay, no, you, Corey, give me her opinion first. What is your opinion about Lizzo?
She's a really great artist. You know, her songs are bomb. Like, she's a really good person. But sometimes, I don't know. I love how body positive she is and all that stuff. But sometimes I think she does take it a little bit too far.
Mostly you think she does take it far.
But other than that, go Lizzo. Like, she's an advocate for big girls. Like, I like her. There's no problem that I have her. She's not problematic or anything.
And I'm gonna say I love a risky person. I love a person with risky fashion. So I love it. I just think that Lizzo needs a new stylist or a stylist because I just think that she's wearing the wrong things. Like if Cardi B's over looking fly, she's looking fly in your video, like why don't you just ask Cardi's stylist to help you pull some things? You know what I'm saying? I just think that she's dressing wrong for her. Not dressing wrong, you can wear that, but you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna wear something see-through, maybe you wanna put a nice little thick belt around it, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's just ways to make stuff sexy. And I think if she had a stylist that was able to take her vision, but elevate her vision to, you know what I mean, what her vision is, but like make it look good. You understand what I'm saying? I just think it's the presentation, basically. I think that if she was presenting it a lot in a, you know, just, you know, someone from New York, you know what I'm saying? Just someone with that fashion sense. I think that if she was rocking it a little bit different, people would have a different reaction. Dave Chappelle controversy. Love you, Lizzo. Call me girl. I got a boutique. I'll style you. I'm just saying, I think it look dope. I do. I just think that needs to be styled a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Like maybe instead of the dress, you want to throw the pants on and give you a little bit more structure. You know what I mean? A high band or, you know, just little tricks to the trade. Okay. Now, Dave Chappelle. And I guess we can throw the baby in there too, huh? Because we threw the baby out there anyway. How do you feel about Dave Chappelle? I don't know where I'm gonna put this kettle at. Maybe I should just take the potatoes out and put the kettle in. The kettle. I'm gonna put the potatoes. I personally, give me your opinion, Corey, first. Dave Chappelle and the whole cancel culture and the whole we never want to disrespect anybody or anything. This is just basically giving us our opinions, which I believe that Americans and I think people should have the right to do. I think that you should be able to give your opinion and it'd be okay. Like, I mean, I feel like you're bullying someone if you make someone feel what you feel. I feel like they're kind of bullying everybody right now. If you don't agree with them, then you're gonna get canceled. I'll probably get canceled before I even get started. Damn, let me. Don't you feel like it's a little bit of a bullying type of thing that's going on now? Like how they tried to bully chicks. Like we grew up with traditional ways. What's wrong with tradition? Why can't we be proud of being traditional? Like you can be proud of being white, you can be proud of being whatever. It's just when you push it off on somebody else and bully them into being something, what's the difference between them and another angry mob that's bullying you to be something else? And then it's like, you're messing with people's whole lives. You're taking away their livelihood over an opinion, over how they feel. Everybody has two sides to them. You have a side to you when you go to work, and you have a side to you when you're at home. Everybody does. You can't drink beer at your job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't understand why people be having, I don't understand the big deal. I just don't. And I just feel like, go ahead, Cradle, let's speak, speak up. You're making some really good points, and I even make some good points.
I don't know. I just feel like they're trying to like push something, and it's like I feel like they're trying to be over accepted, and it's like, we already accept you guys, we already love you guys, and it's just like you guys are just pushing and pushing and pushing. Like, if every company doesn't have LGBTQ on Pride Month, then it's a problem. Like, some companies just don't support it, and I completely understand that, but they're not saying any hate language towards you guys, or they're not being mean to you guys. And I think that, like I said, if there's not LGBTQ or a pride flag everywhere or Pride Month, we don't like you guys or anything like that. And that's definitely not the case. It's just some people, like you said, some people grew up on more traditional, like that wasn't around. Like that wasn't like commonly accepted as it is now back in the day. So
it was. I'm from San Diego, so we grew up seeing it. We grew up watching it. It wasn't back then. So it was definitely in Hillcrest. We had a whole community. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely, and I went to performing arts school. So we definitely had everything in that school. Gang bangers, the people that dressed in all black, girls kissing girls. You know what I'm saying? It was just a wild school. Because when you have all them talented ass kids, they get in trouble. You feel me? They're talented. You know what I mean? They get bored easily. But anyway, go ahead. I didn't cut you off.
Like, especially down in the South, like that wasn't like the normal thing. But I feel like, how I said, like, if everybody's not LGBTQ, or somebody doesn't speak up or say, hey, we're LGBTQ friendly or whatever, you guys feel like, oh, we're not like included. And it's like, we love you guys, but there are just some people who don't like that. And you have to be okay with that, because it's like, we're Black. We're not going to be liked everywhere that we go. And we had to come to accept that. Like, there are still sundown towns to this day. And there's nothing we can do about that. We can just avoid those places and try to be as safe as possible.
Yeah. I love what you said. And, people, and what I don't like too is that you guys, or people, news media, of course, news has always been, let's even talk about the psychological people even coming out and apologizing, saying that they have been giving Black people tests and not adhering to our problems, and kind of just throwing us off to the side. And that was an institution that's been around since 1876. They're openly admitting, but they still want us to trust them now. They when they have a news story, they put people behind that news story that supports their agenda, that supports the way they look at things. So how do we not have our own voice and opinion and think for ourselves? Just be logical about things. I love all communities. I feel like I love people that are who they are, but pushing it off on our kids and these things, I think just taking it a little too far. What do our kids have anything? We didn't have sexuality in our stuff. I don't remember He-Man kissing She-Ra. You know what I'm saying? And if they did, it wasn't often, you know what I'm saying? And we thought that they had a crush on each other, or, we thought they could have gone to bed together, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't in cartoons, so I don't understand, why do our kids need to choose at such an early age what sexuality they want to be? Why can't they just be kids? They're going to have enough to worry about soon. Why do we have to push it off of them? Why does Batman's son have to be gay? It's like, why? Superman's son have to be gay. Like, why does he have to have a sexuality? He can just hang around boys. I was telling my daughter, the SpongeBob thing. I didn't realize SpongeBob was, you know what I'm saying? Corey.
Pretty boy, naming character.
Why does Mr. Potato Head have to be gay? Like, Mr. Potato Head was already anything we wanted him to be. It was something we pulled apart and put back together anywhere we wanted. So Mr. Potato Head was a lot of things. Why do we have to label him? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. It's getting weird. It's almost obsessive a little bit. Like, it's weird. It's just getting weird.
I just think that I understand that you want to you know, have like gay cartoons or stuff like that, but it's like, or you want to make it seem like, oh, it's normalized to, because it most definitely is normalized these days to have, you know, 2 dads or 2 moms. But I just feel like, don't turn the comics that I grew up on, like Batman and Superman and stuff like that, don't turn those, like, why do they have to have their son that's gay? Like, I understand it's newer times or whatever, these new comics that are coming out, but it's like, make your own cartoons that are gay. Like, have like your own stuff that's coming out. Don't change the stuff that I grew up with and make it seem like, oh, they're transsexual or something like that. I just don't like that.
And can we get back to some original cartoons? Like, can we go back to drawing some cartoons? All this new stuff, all this technology, it's cool. I'm glad we're coming so far, but it looks a little whack. Like, I don't want my cartoon character to you know, can't you just look normal? Can you look like a cartoon character? I don't know.
And I also kind of feel the same way with these new, like, newer TV shows or like newer Disney or Nickelodeon shows. I feel like, yeah, it's okay that we're progressing, but it's like these kids shows are just repetitive and they're the same, and it's just, I don't know. There's not the cartoons that I grew up on. The cartoons I grew up on are very entertaining, like made me laugh. All of this stuff is really just corny these days, and I don't like it.
Because everybody got to be so safe. But what are we being safe behind? We should be able to have an opinion. We should be able to live amongst each other like we have been, and be okay with everyone without someone pushing. You know, it's like being in a gang, right? Gangs live amongst each other all the time. We respect each other's territory. You know what I'm saying? We don't always get along, but you know, it is what it is. It's the game, right? All right, cool. Corey, you talk to me. Oh, another thing too. Love and Huntsville marriage. Now that is hilarious. First of all, how do you feel about Miss Wanda going on the thing talking about if one of the other parents are mad at the other parents, they may cut the kid's hair?
First of all, most definitely leave the children's hair out of it. Why are you?
I guess she's saying that which a lot of people feel, if someone doesn't like you and my child goes over your house, and you're gonna take your anger out on my child.
Then I would let you see my kid.
But she took it far though, like cut the hair.
If you cut my hair, my kid's hair.
And then it also broke my heart too to see the kids with Melanie and whatever, the same thing. Like, I don't think I ever really set you down and asked you, you know what I'm saying? So to see their little, you know, it was heartbreaking. And I do pray to God that, you know, I am able to fix that and give you a family, you know. I mean, I didn't think that I would care for my mom's husband at this late age, but it's gonna been a blessing having him in my life, you know, sometime having somebody to go to, you know, for advice or whatever, especially when I'm not feeling my mom. So, you know, I hope that, you know, I can give that to you and another little one, you know, you can really feel it. But yeah, I guess we're gonna let this stuff cook, and we're gonna put these kale in, let this water come down a little bit, and we'll see you guys in a minute. Have anything else you want to say? Or you good? Oh, that's what I want to say before we leave. Or you want to come back to work? Oh, that's what I want to say before we leave. I did want to talk about Love and Huntsville marriage and the Martell thing with the kids and how he's reflecting. Damn, and I'm glad that he's finally saying he's hurt, that he really didn't want to lose his family. But I don't understand how you cheat on somebody for 5 years and not expect this consequence unless men really be thinking like the wife really aren't gonna leave. Like they really think like they can continue to play this game and they really won't. You know what I'm saying? What do they really be thinking in their mind that they think that? I don't really like how men can come in and ruin families and meet children and stuff like that and then dip off. And before like I got healed, I really thought that it was okay to kind of push people away and not to like, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was a regular process, kind of what you're taught in the hood. Like fuck them, when it's done, you know what I'm saying? But now that I'm like healed and don't want to do that anymore, I kind of feel it's weird to have somebody in your life, to love somebody, to be friends with someone, and then they're not there anymore. Even if you guys have decided to go separate ways, to be so angry. And I kind of think that seeing like Khloe Kardashian and them, even though it could be for TV, kind of helped me to realize, like, damn, do you always want to push everyone out your life? Like, I definitely was telling Corey, like, I talk way more than Corey, right? I definitely was telling Corey, like, how if I could go back and do things over, how I wouldn't have pushed my man out my life, how I definitely would have stayed in it, accepted the help. I think I could have got a lot further with them than without them. So I definitely would have did that completely differently. And I hope that she can learn from a lot of my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And I made a lot of mistakes. But I'm bad, you know, I think I'm good now. I think like if a man come now or whatever, they will have the best woman in the world. But I'm not for everybody, fortunately. My husband is coming home, aren't you? But yeah. So I mean, you are the kid, and I put you through all of this, and I know how you said how you felt or whatever, but it just broke my heart to see the kids, like, because we will never, never, never have another stepmom or dad. You guys are gonna get back together, talk on the phone again. You guys are gonna fall back in love, and everything is gonna be okay. And the other little boy was like, yeah, and then I don't always have to cry all the time. You broke my heart. So did you like cry and stuff behind my back as a kid? Like, did you go through these emotional things? Like, did you feel like you couldn't come to me about these things? Or did you feel like I was breaking up our family a lot of times when I would like get into it with my guys and just like go, leave? No. I thought it was normal. Now that I'm learning differently, are you learning differently? So if you would have went through a relationship, you probably would have thought it was normal to just kick him out and let that be. But now, do you think when if you end you guys a separate way, do you think that you'll lean more towards having a friendship and have them in your life and just yeah, because yeah, it's like why didn't you just fucking me? You don't know me like I'm dick. I'm dripping.
If you've been together with somebody for so long, I just think it's like throw it all away. Even if you guys are just friends afterwards, it's better than like just being like strangers again.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes from at the time, especially if there's disrespect in the relationship. Like my ex was calling me out my name and doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like doing, you know, and putting his hands on me and then telling everyone that I was the problem. So I absolutely felt like, you feel me? And get your ass on it. Fuck off, you know what I'm saying? But now when he comes back and I talked to him about it, he was like, he doesn't remember it that way. Yeah. Another thing that broke my heart, and I'm hoping to have not only a women's retreat, but a male's retreat where we get the men together and do a mental health check-in and bring the women together. I gotta wait till she comes back. Maybe I can start feeding the Kellen a little bit at the bottom. It's kind of like, ooh, it looks delish though. Kellen. Hey, out the kitchen. Just a lot of pills. I'm gonna put too much kale and it's just a mess. Like it's not seasoned for that one to season. So I think you should watch how much kale I'm putting in there. and cow with that beef. Oh my God, it gives it such a good taste. Treat I got from my friend. Yeah, I'll show you this now. Another one that broke my heart was Marcel, right? And like I said, I did talk to Keith at the cigar bar to see about maybe getting the guys together on a Monday night and doing a mental health check-in. And then my friend was like, it shouldn't come from me. I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have someone partner with me, a male or whatever. That's true. But at the same time, it ain't an easy conversation. Like change isn't easy. Like you can't always see the bright side of something. You know what I'm saying? Someone do need to come in and give you like, maybe I can come in and just give them an alternative, you know what I'm saying? And then leave, you know what I'm saying? And just give them, you know what I'm saying? A woman's point of view or something like that, or just a harsher truth to give them a little something to think about. And then they can have their whole discussion, but going in there, giving each other ego, you know what I'm saying? No, you guys really need to, you know what I mean? Not, what do you say? Like not cover it up or whatever. Like don't try to make it look pretty. Like y'all really need to have conversations. And I really like what Don did when he welcomed his brother with the baby. Just, you know, just congratulating them and giving them points on fatherhood and you know what I mean? I think men always feel a need to be so hard. Don't want to share their feelings and they rather run from problems that, you know, we want to keep our families together. Like, you know, I made a lot of mistakes, but I think that God sent me through everything so that I can help others. I don't think that I'm supposed to be apart from my man, but I think that was God's way of getting my attention too. You feel me? But I was saying that Marcel, they're very successful as far as in real estate and stuff like this. But like they were saying, once as a successful man or whatever, you sometimes and women, we just keep going. You feel me? We just keep going. We keep going. And it's like, you know, I've been asking like, what is happiness? Like, what does happiness feel like to you? And I thought it was really cool that he said, like, he let them know that he was depressed, but not depressed. Like, he's like, you know, sometimes I just don't feel happy. And when you think about men, I don't think I never really associated men with being faithful, mental health, because you guys do so much hurt that you kind of feel like you ain't got no feelings or something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking I'm learning the opposite. You're doing so much hurt because you're very hurt. You know what I'm saying? And you guys don't know how to deal with your problems, how to communicate. So what you do is you hurt and you keep moving in this direction because you don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing the same thing that I do, self-destruct and self-reflect, sabotage your situations, you know, these things, because it's easier. It's easier to run. It's easier to be angry. It's easier to do these things, but actually it's easier to heal. But a lot of people don't know how to go about doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not easier. It's a process, but it's easier once you get through that process is what I'm saying, than hurting people, than feeling all these crazy ass ways. So I do want to have a conversation on what's happiness. What's happiness to you at your young age? I can tell you what's happiness was me at my age, your age. To me, at a later age, I think it feels different. So what's happiness to you, you think? Like, are you happy now? Like, do you wake up every day? Like, are you like, I feel good, like I'm happy? No. You don't? No. Why?
I don't know.
Do you think it's because, I know sometimes my happiness can, oh, go ahead. You said, you were just gonna say something, right?
I think it's more of a word thing. The reason why I'm not happy, I wish I could be like a housewife and I have like this ritual husband that comes from.
No, what you thought you wanted to be this doctor and all this, so now you working the workaround, you changing your mind. Listen, if I could go back and do it too, yes, a rich husband, I think I would have definitely taken that route.
I was made for the kitchen. I don't know why y'all trying to push this. Oh, we women need to have this 9-to-5 job. We can take care of the kids and go to work too. No, we cannot.
I would love to have my own business and, you know what I'm saying, a successful, my own, and then, but I don't necessarily want to have to check in and nobody or nothing like that. So I think I do my entrepreneurial thing, but when it comes to like happening to like bartending, I love. I can bartend a few days out the week. Like I'm good with that. I think because it's wham bam, thanks man, I'm in, I'm out, I got my money. And you know what I'm saying? I don't have to see these people no more. I have to follow up with them as opposed to real estate design and all that. I have to follow up. I have to make sure these people are okay. I think bartending is wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? I'm in and I'm out.
I think we as women, we push this whole narrative that, you know, we need to be independent and that we need the right to vote. And y'all lie. Y'all lie.
You do need the right to vote, Corey.
Y'all lie.
You do need the right to vote, but I understand what you're saying as far as like
the new narrative where the man don't gotta bring nothing to the table. He can come home. He don't got no job. He don't got no car. No. No. We can't stand for this no more. If you coming to me, you need to have a job. You need to be making money. You need to be able to provide for your family. They always asking what we're providing to the table. We is the table. That you ain't even bring the house. You ain't even bring the car.
But Corey, what if you're good at helping him grow? What if he has it in him but just don't know how to do 1, 2, 3?
Okay, that's fine. But that's completely different than a man who just sit up and play Xbox all day and be like, well, I want to be this big streamer, and he don't want like you're not doing nothing.
But at least you know where your man at, Corey. At least
I don't mind you playing video games. I don't mind
at least
that.
you know where your man at.
But
you know, some men complain about them never being there.
If you want kids, you need to get up and get that job so you can provide for this whole family. Okay? I'm not going to be the only one working around here.
Who gave her the strong mind? Oh my God.
You need to be able to afford the formula, the doctor's visits. I don't care. I shouldn't have to be working at 9 months pregnant on my feet. I shouldn't be doing none of that.
Was it? I was. I probably stopped right before that.
I shouldn't be at work pregnant. You should be like, babe, you know what? Take off those 9 months. I got this. But no. Always asking what we bring it to the table. We is the table. We is the kitchen. Okay? We is the uterus. What you bringing? You not even bringing the house. You ain't even got a car. And you worried about what I'm bringing to the table. Riding the bus. I don't mind y'all riding the bus. You got a good
I'll fuck with that kind of man. My man. I have to say, I have to give it up to the man that I have fucked with in life. I do have to say, y'all, we're doing your damn thing. I do have to give a props to all the men in my life and the ones that helped me and Corey down. I do have to say, God has blessed me with a good, you know, yeah. It wasn't a lot that we were wanting for it, you feel me? Even though I was out here by myself and I got a lot of money and all that, God always made sure that we had someone, a man in our lives that was definitely, you know what I mean, that caught us when we fell a little bit. And not always, but for the most part. And I just appreciate y'all for that. I really do. Regardless if we're still talking to friends or anything, hit me up, call me. Not the same person anymore. All is forgiven.
I see all these women on TikTok talking about something. I ain't waking up at 4:00 in the morning to get my husband lunchbox ready, his coffee ready. I would.
Oh, I would definitely do that.
I would.
That's it? I go back.
What you want for breakfast, babe? I got the eggs, the toast, the hash browns. What you want to eat? You get the whole spread before you go to work. And you get the lunchbox too.
The guy. Put a little crown in one matcha. You killed your matcha?
Yeah, that thing come.
It was good, huh?
Yeah.
You want another one? The guy that I'm throwing at the speed date. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying speed dating. Come to my speed dating event. It's gonna be November 23rd, 7:30 to 10:30. Buy your tickets. Find love. Don't go through the holidays alone, depressed. Forget all that. Find you somebody to hang out with. Yeah, what happened to courting? Let's get back to courting, dating. Follow it up by a date night. You feel me? Let's get back to old school ways. But what was I saying? I really forgot.
Because one thing you're not gonna do to me is you're not gonna be like, oh, I want the coochie, but you're not gonna take me on no date. No,
Yeah,
the first week we meet, you better take me on a date or you get blocked. Ain't no conversation, blocked.
I don't like either when a guy is at the bar and he's like, wants your number and all that, but you ain't buying no drink. If you don't buy me no drink, I'm not saying that because you know you can meet anybody. That's not a determinant factor, but it just shows me that you're not gonna be uptight. That's on, like, I don't want somebody uptight. You feel me? So I feel like people that be like or give these excuses and all that and can't just chill and go with the flow. I just don't necessarily be wanting. You know what I'm saying? You're just probably not my type of person. I'm used to ballers. I give no fucks about $10. But I was gonna say something. I was gonna say, the whole Marcel thing really touched me because I just don't think men express themselves enough to say, I'm hurt, I've been hurt, or I'm stressed. You know, they'll say I'm stressed out or nothing, but they don't, I don't know, you know, they'll get mean or they'll go cheat or something like that. I just don't, you know, I don't think they talk about it enough. So I was really excited to hear him say that. And but yeah, that's cool. Peace out. We'll see you guys in a minute. Let's let this food cook. Oh, you guys want to see the food? It looks so delicious. We need a big pie. And I think I'm gonna do some rice with it and maybe, I don't know, macaroni and cheese or yams or maybe some rice, but I've already put potatoes in there, and there's kale and onions and the beef necks and some smoked beef necks. So looking delish. That may be all we need, but I'm definitely gonna do some bread, maybe some cornbread. And I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. Thank you guys for joining us. Tune back in. We're gonna put an ending on this video. We're gonna let the food cook. Be back in a few hours. Tune in Tuesdays. I think we're gonna do around 9 or 10 live. So we do mental health check-ins and talk, you know what I'm saying? We're fun, come join us. Yeah, we love to cook, foodies, so come check out what we cooking. Hit up Cali South, we're gonna keep it going throughout the winter, so you can place your orders. Come to the speed dating, right? We have a lot going on. If you need any real estate, any interior decorating, call me, I'm your girl. Desserts, Corey, it's holidays now, and so pies, cakes, cookies, Corey's on it. Don't forget about the fundraiser. We've all have made mistakes, perfectly imperfect podcast. You know, we've all made mistakes. So we want to help others to get up, you know what I mean? Regardless if it's a young mother that needs diabetes, you know, that's hit with a major anything, or a felon getting out of jail that can't afford, you know, anything. Like, we're gonna help the community. We're gonna help us stay together. We're gonna help us communicate. We're gonna help our men know how to get out of jail, stay out of jail successfully. We're gonna build, we're gonna give jobs. So, you know, just join the movement. Like, this is not anything small. We're gonna continue to fight and push forward, you know. It started with a boutique for me, but it has grown into a wellness, and it has grown into a fight that I would have never even saw coming. But I'm grateful to be on this journey. Corey, let's call out our Christmas 2022, what you want to have done. We literally have 1 year to get out of this place. Hopefully we're going to be building really soon. I don't really want to sign a new lease, but I think we're going to. My husband coming home. I don't know, but I gotta sing him this thing. I'm just so tired of going back to get him. I really wish that he can just see and come home and just do the damn right thing, so we can. It's kind of weird, like, dating other people, because I already know who I'm supposed to be with, and I kind of like, even though there's a lot of wonderful men out there, and I could be with a billionaire, but wouldn't it still feel like I'm in something average because I'm not with the person that God told me to be with? I feel like if I be with him, then I'm like, I'm in something above average, because not average, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in something amazing because it was put together by God. Like, you can't get no more compatible than God matchmaking you. You understand what I'm saying? Or the man that you were supposed to be with picking you in heaven, or I don't even know how it works. So I'm hoping, see my little heart ring? I'm hoping that that'll be something permanent, maybe a little. Corey's hoping for. Yeah, I need a car home. All new everything 2022, right, Corey? Everything. I mean, we're putting everything on everything right now. We're just gonna start buying and paying on everything because new furniture, new everything. Everything's gonna be new for us.
Hopefully, we find a house or on the land so I can give myself like a shed in the back. So yeah, we'll see.
Relationships for both of us. We'll both be happy. I'm happy now, though. I'm gonna say I'm happy outside of being triggered. I can honestly say I'm at peace and I'm happy. And I think that we've had such a grateful year that I can't wait to end it out with a big blast. And, I'm hoping that everything works out for us. I really do think that something good is about to happen for me and Corey. I don't know what it is. I just feel it. I feel like everything is about to work out. So I'm not studying anyone that's the attacks or anything like that. Like, God got us, boo. So I'm not worried about new one. Anyways, tune in. The next conversation hopefully will be with me and my brothers. And we're gonna come back to see how this food is looking. Hopefully it's delish. And the next conversation hopefully will be with me and my brothers. Like I said, young women, and we grow into these women and we really don't know how to say, hey, I don't need you to be an asshole, but I do need you to be this particular brother to me. You know what I mean? So hopefully we can have that conversation. I kind of think that's an important conversation on so many different levels. Like, how do you create new boundaries? How do you ask for things at an earlier age? I mean, at a later age, like, yeah, I still want to be the younger sister, but I want to feel protected the same way I did when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like, I want, so yeah, see you in a minute. She do not be paying attention. This one right here. For me, is it my husband? Is he coming home? Okay, I won't say it no more. I'm not gonna say it no more, you guys. Is it a ring? Is it my Porsche truck? Is it my husband? Is it my husband gifted me my Porsche truck? Is it my Cuban link? Is it my Gucci bag? Is it my Prada boots? Chanel. I'll take a Chanel. No?
Yeah, you need the Chanel number 5 that come with my Sephora purchase.
I'm talking about no cologne. I'm talking about my purse. But I'll take cologne and I'll take perfume in the purse. Is it my man with the Porsche, with the bag in the car and the new house? Oh my God, I know it's gonna have an amazing Christmas with Corey. She gonna get some things too, y'all. I don't know if they're gonna be as amazing. Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
No. Okay, so if any of my family members are watching this, I have proposed for my birthday. You don't have to give me anything, okay? I just want someone to help me get my Jeep. So if that is, you're gonna match whatever I put down on my truck.
How you ask someone and not your mother? But ask your daddy.
Everybody. Everybody can chip in.
You better ask my husband.
Everybody can chip in.
You better ask your daddy. You better ask my husband.
I'm starting a fund for my Jeep. If you guys can put down $100, $200, whatever it is for my birthday.
You'll be home in time, Michael.
Oh,
see you in a minute. Tell her, ask the right person, ask your daddy. All right.